Hi everyone, Cheryl here from the Dog Nerds team. Welcome to our DIY segment on how to make your very own Snuffle mat. It's super easy to make, it's a lot of fun, and your dog will love the finished product. So come on and join me and I'll get us started. So what do we need to actually create this Snuffle mat? We need a really nice pair of sharp scissors. It makes it a lot easier to cut the fleece or the fabric into strips and eventually little pieces. Use a tape measure or a yardstick to help measure. And you need a plastic sink mat without the centerpiece that's cut out for the drain. You need it to be solid. It has really nice square holes to work with. It's a lot easier to get the fabric or the fleece through. So you're going to need about a yard and a half of fleece or fabric. So I folded it into quarters for ease of cutting. You're going to start to cut this fleece into 1 inch or 1.5 inch strips. So I have this pre-cut strip, and now what I want to do, this is far too long to work with, I want to measure about 7 or 8 inches in length, and then I'm going to cut it. I've already got some pre-cut up piles of red, yellow, and orange strips. So you're going to take your mat, and you're going to stick one end through the very first hole, and you're going to come over to this second hole and push it through. So the loose ends are on the top side. Then you're just going to tie it and then start with your next piece. Now, your next piece is going to go in the second hole and over to the third hole. And you're just going to tie a nice little loop, sort of firmly, but not too tight. So the back of your Snuffle mat will start to look like that, sort of in a weaving pattern. So I've completed the first row. Doesn't look like it's very full yet, and here's what the back looks like. I'm going to go ahead and start the second row right next to it. You can choose to use the same color. I'm going to switch to orange and then see where we go from that. I've got my 2 rows in. It's looking a little festive here, a little red and orange. Look at the back. Still got that weave pattern that we're looking for, but now we just don't want 2 rows like that. It's going to leave some gaps in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to weave another color this way, up and down, all the way across. So let me get that started. I'm going to use yellow, and I'm going to push it through right up here in this first red hole. And I'm going to go here, let me move this out of the way, into this orange hole. That's why I like the square plastic dish mats. They make it a lot easier. And then I'm going to tie my knot. I finished my 3 rows. Remember, the first row started with red, second row orange, and the third row that ties everything together and fills everything in was my yellow. Look how thick and full this is, right? And you can check that you got it right on the back because you have a nice weaving pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this project and encourage you to start to create your own Snuffle mat for your dog or maybe your friend's dogs. They make really cool gifts.